What's going on? So in my last video shown, we checked out the Wii Rifle. It's not licensed by Nintendo, it's a third-party, made in China deal I got off of eBay, and surprisingly though, it was not too bad. It was a lot of fun. It's really well designed with the where the placement is of the nunchuck and the Wii remote. But I couldn't help but feel like we could do better with this. We could make this thing awesome. So I got a box of supplies here, I got my tools, I got my line of sight logger, and I'm ready to go. Let's get to it. This thing is pretty freaking sweet looking. So let me give you a quick rundown of what we did here. Bipod. I hate it. It's all wiggly and wobbly. I would never recommend this to anybody. But it might actually be the rail system, because the rail system I would also not recommend. It's a hard plastic. I didn't realize that when I purchased it. Were I to put that on a real rifle, I would have sent this back. But because it's a Wii rifle, it's kind of apropos, so it's fine. Plus it's holding the reflex sight very snugly. And the reflex sight, it is a real reflex sight. I could put a battery in it, I could get my red dot going, but I mean, why would you ever do that? You're going to be looking at the reticle on the TV. It's purely a cosmetic choice. It's just a lot nicer and sleeker looking and more practical than that big dumb scope that was on it before. The wraps and the padding. Padding obviously kind of pointless. It's comfy, but there's no recoil, so whatever. It's comfy. The handle was really boxy, square, kind of painful to hold before and uncomfortable. Since I rounded it out and put the wrap on it, much more comfortable to hold. It's actually a wrap for like hockey sticks and baseball bats and the likes, but also works for Wii rifles. The trigger shoe, what that does, for those of you who don't know, it's basically widens the trigger and it just makes it more comfortable to pull, basically. That's about it. But it's awesome. It's an awesome ergonomic, it's a good decision. Get one. The Astroglide. I was I was looking for a silicone-based lubricant, and all of the stores were closed, except for CVS. It was Labor Day. So I found myself wandering down the sex lube aisle, and I saw Astroglide 100% silicone-based. So I said, that's what I'm looking for. So it's a few days later now, and it hasn't gunked up in the mechanisms at all, and it is noticeable. Like you could feel there's lube in there, and it makes it more comfortable to draw. So I stand by my decision. Anyway, I'm super excited to try this out. I've got a bunch of new games coming in the mail here, and so just stay tuned, because this is going to be cool. And also stay tuned for a little bonus video.
Hi, yes, hi. So I purchased some Astroglide from you guys about a week ago, and I bought a Wii Rifle, and it's got a mechanism that needed a lubrication, and I got all gunked up because I used the Astroglide on the remote there, and just wondering what you guys would recommend.
Wait, you use it with a sex toy? Is that what you said? I thought I heard a rifle.
Yeah, no, it's you know the Nintendo Wii?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I bought a rifle that the remote will plug into, and there's a mechanism that required lubrication, and we needed to lube it up, so I used the Astroglide. Silicone based, not the water based. But what would you recommend for me to do once it gets all gunked up like that?
You could try like toy cleaning wipes, but I wouldn't recommend using lubricant on like video games, like console stuff.
So you're saying just go in and wipe it out there? All right.
Yeah, just because it's an electronic toy that you're playing with, so
Correct.
Just, like make it unplugged and like not soaked, because otherwise I have no idea. We've never had this kind of question before.
Okay, so that solves that problem. But what about my problem with the lubrication? What would you recommend for an alternative lubrication for my device?
Honestly, I wouldn't know. I mean, maybe like WD-40 or something, which is a little bit probably safer for like.
I'm trying to stay away from the industrial greases because those get into everywhere. You know, I have some cats here, and I don't want them to be licking this stuff up. I know your guys' stuff is a little bit more safe for humans and skin contact, so that's why I chose it. But,
oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly.
all right, well, would you recommend a water-based lubricant?
Just in general, we have lots of good water-based lubricants.
Is there anything that you sell by the vat?
No, we don't.
What's your largest container?
16 ounces.
Perfect. All right, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great one.
I'm fucking losing my shit.
You know, she's just turning to her coworker right now and being like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my god, it was the funniest fucking thing.